shit was a gong show in there. I bet it was a gong show in prison. My goodness, man. What experiences you're going to tell tomorrow night? You bring the vulnerability, brother. We'll bring the love and light. Or fix the language. It's already here. User 00987541. What do you call a train full of bubble gum? I've never been able to figure one of these out ahead of time, so I'm going to stop trying. Let us know. Ben Laguerre, I had a dream about a train riding into a new city, but the town was dark and scary. I mean, hey, brother, if you stick around till after somebody like you, Ben Myers, is here, we'll dive into what that means on Claude. That's so fun. But then we rode into a beautiful city. What does it mean? I don't know, brother. It sounds beautiful, though. I like how it had a positive ending. A choo-choo train. What do you call a train full of gum? A choo-choo train. It makes so much sense. Brock, legally, we can't use her name, by the way. Hey, I don't even know your ex's name that sent you to the clink, brother. No idea. Wow, user, you're coming in with a lot of jokes. Why are balloons so expensive? This one's gonna piss me off too that I don't know it. Corey Coops, world is beautiful today. Where my feet are. Namaste. You're growing the happiness at your feet, finding it, remembering it. Namaste, Sharzy. Welcome in, Rumi of Rockford. Sharzy, 55-day vacation sounds great. Oh, you're talking about the Wild getting beat out? Is that what you're talking about? Maybe I'm missing something there. What's up, Love and Light live stream? Jesse, what an intro. Namaste, brother. Dana says, was Brock incarcerated in the U.S. or Canada? In Canada, brother, in Canada. Erica's drooling about potatoes. Choo-choo. Lisa got it right. Oh, everybody, Lisa and Lorianne got it right. You guys have heard that one before? Sharzy, if USA... Oh, you were saying 55-day vacation in prison. Got you. If USA prison sentences start at 366 days, jail is 365 and less. He's always saying shit. Corey Coops, inflation, because they're inflated. Okay, everybody's so dialed on these jokes. I've never been a joke guy. I'm just not a witty dude. I don't consciously choose things if I say something witty. Erica, my grandfather did 4 years for 3 deaths, pleaded insanity, I think, and did it in a mental institution, I believe. Holy cow. Erica, we're going to have to get into that more sometime. Wow. 4 years for 3 deaths, pleaded insanity, I think I did in a mental institution. What? I hope he was in there for more than that. Brendan Zen, namaste, brother. How is the new place you're staying in? By the way, Ben's backstage. He's ready to join, but just to let you know, Ben, when Brendan went to his new place, the Wi-Fi password was Gabriel number. Like, what the fuck, man? I think Ben was here last night watching that. Maybe that's why he's clapping in the background here. Namaste, Corey Katina. Evening, everyone. Namaste, brother. Are you back from Australia or are you not? I do not know. Startup Biz. I'm 5 away from 200 followers. Congrats, brother. Rye Guy Toastman's in the house. How's Grace and Gabriella? How are you doing? How are the daughters? Yo, Kurt, who's the biggest sleeper still? I don't know. I don't think anybody can sleep on the Flyers. We're going to get into that. Ben's pumping in the background. Okay. We're jumping in here. Oh, Corey. Okay. Corey's in Australia till Friday. Okay, brother. I hope you're enjoying it down under. I hope it's not too hot for you down there. And I hope you're getting in to see your Wild games and you're happy that it's at least 1-1. You know, better than 2-0 Dallas. Okay, so we got the man himself, somebody like you. Just bring in somebody like you to the stream. That's all we have to do. Just be somebody like us. Bring our love and light. That's all we got to do. That's what Ben does. So here it comes. Ben Myers, everyone. Namaste, brother. How the hell are you, brother?
Oh, doing great, man. Doing great. And I wanted to give you some kudos today, man. You went into the woodshed today and showed a lot of people examples of what love and light looks like. And I wanted to say, man, I really appreciate the way you showed up in the world today. I just want to say that was great work out of you.
Thank you very much, brother. That is very kind of you. That is very kind. And man, I keep going back to how you held space just a week and a half ago. And it was such a learning lesson for me to just the expectations I again put on that crept up in my awareness, like, oh, I got to get on this call and I got to have this and I got to respect Ben's time. You came to the call with such different expectations. Like, brother, we're just going with the flow. Like, and it revealed to me that again, for the billionth time in my life, it was anxiety talking, that there's nothing there. It was just, it was colored in my mind by, some cloudy mind or whatever. But this week has been such an expansion of like, when things are creeping up, when the podcast launches, all the birthday wishes are coming in, the views are popping off. This is happening. I got to get the course done. I got to get this done. Meetings. It's just like, I can't possibly mess this up. And I leaned into that, and look at this, Ben. I got the first draft of the module done well ahead of the stream tonight. Let's go, brother. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. And I want to say hello to everybody. LA, I thank you so much for the beautiful comment today saying that you've been following along and hanging on me and Gabe's every word. It's so good to see like the things that we talk about having such an impact on just beautiful people and beautiful souls that are working through some stuff. So I want to say thank you for sharing your journey with me. And thank you everybody for allowing me to be in this space as well. I love being in here. Thanks to Gabes. And I think that's what you talk about most, man, is sometimes like when the dust kicks up, the ego is so good at putting on different masks that we still do the breathing, we still do the meditation, we still do all of the stuff, but the ego knows how to kind of get under the blankets with us and be like, hey, I'm just going to be here while you do this. And like you said, chaos throughout, like all beautiful chaos, right? Like, what an episode, dude.
Oh,
what an episode, dude. But for you to have that awareness, like you didn't slip up, you didn't do us. It's like, oh no, it's just the awareness of it. I'm gonna be here and do all of this stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Eric. The awareness. Yeah, I'm like pointing to my stuff. All I have is Philadelphia stuff. But yeah, man, I'm just so proud of the way you showed up. You like. You have every opportunity not to walk the walk and talk the talk. And when it shows up, I just want you to know that, hey, I'll let you know if you're stepping out of the place you want to be stepping, because I know that's something you asked me to do. But I also wanted to let you know that you've been stepping into it with such love, light, and grace. And it's been so incredible to watch you do that, man. You're such a great example for others.
Oh, brother. It's the synchronicities, like you saying that on a day that, a guy comes into my comments and gives me a lot of love. Like just what you're doing right now, a man showering another man in love and light. Is that so bad? Is that so unmanly, fellow waves? Like he's doing that in the comments. He's being goofy. He's calling BX not tough. I'm giving him shit, whatever. And a guy comes out and just goes, dude, get it out of your mouth. Don't stop choking on it. Right. And it's just like, you can just feel the opposite of love and light when something happens. It's love and light that's colored by ignorance, a lack of awareness. Like I said so many homophobic slurs, so many innuendos like that, so many things that were damaging when I didn't know, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So you just dumping and showering me love and light is so beautiful on a day like today, when that showed up as something that, got to walk a fellow soul there hand in hand and be like, hey, brother, I've been there. I've been with you. I've been somebody like you. And to show up for someone like that is the only way I've seen actually make any kind of headway, build a bridge, anything, dude.
I followed it, right? I watched it kind of unfold. And the thing that kind of happened, Brendan, so good to see you, my friend. So good to see you. And I'm so excited to hear about your new place, man. I'm so excited. And Gabriel being the Wi-Fi password blew my mind last night. But I, once again, getting into all of it and seeing that you were steadfast in love and light, because I have no doubts there was old embers that started to come up, right? They're like, that's what I think I want to ask you, and I want to talk about a little bit more. It's on social media, you only see the end product of how you responded.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. But I think what a lot of people don't see is what goes into the post, what goes into the responses, is old embers of what probably felt like anger, wanting to puff your chest, tell them why they're wrong. It starts getting, it's fanned, right? And the embers start going up so much. But being intentional and not reacting, you're choosing to respond. And you do that enough times, those embers don't burn as bright and they don't get as strong. They'll still be there though. And that's why I wanted to say, man, you at the end of it all, well, I say the end of it, but where I last saw at least was he didn't just walk back. I think he got comfortable in the room. I think when he felt like he was getting met with resistance, even though it was love and light, his ego got there and was like, I'm going to puff my chest. Once again, an enforcer, NHL player, this and that, like, I'm going to come into the room and I'm going to come swinging. It's like, no, brother, like that's, hey, I've done that. Yeah, I've chucked knuckles. I've done all the things, but we're good, man. This is me now. And when he walked back and was just kind of like, I understand and see that, it was, what I heard, or I should say what I saw was, I feel safe here now. I feel safe understanding that maybe I wasn't putting my best foot forward. So you're the example, my friend. You are the example of men holding men accountable, and we've talked about it. And once again, that might be enough smoke blowing up there for a couple minutes here, but I just want to say, man, you walk that and you set the example for a lot of really good people.
I appreciate it, man. We'll shift to the Flyers and blow smoke up their beautiful orange art. No, like what's interesting too is I posted a lot, so I get it. It's a lot. The original guy hasn't walked it back at all. He's actually dug in his heels. The secondary who called out people for being sensitive and stuff, he was open to.
Gotcha.
He's more plugged into, I think, what I've been doing for a long time. He knew some stuff about me and Andrew Shaw, who anyway, he's plugged in, you can tell. So he was like, oh shit, okay. But yeah, the other guy, for me, it used to be the anger of injustice. And I know Big D in the stream here, Dana down in Arizona, can resonate with this, where that anger builds when you just feel something unjust happening. Because what's really happening there is you're seeing something happen to someone else and you're just so angry that we're all resonating on the same level. You're so angry that what if that happened to you? And you can't help but bring that up, your own personal view of it. But I don't have the anger towards it now, but I have the puffing of the chest. The ego likes to go that way of like, okay, how do I win this conversation? And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's the same thing with hosting the Fight Plan podcast, which you have helped me so much with, is holding space. Again, this holding space of just like, what are we here for? Before we do every podcast, folks, and after the bell episode, Ben does an attention setting. And it's like, what are we here for? And he speaks it into existence. We are here for the guest. We are here to meet them in whatever fight they want to talk about, or if they think everything's just perfect and there's no fights, even though there's stuff raging under the surface that we can maybe see by what they say. We don't know. We're there to just meet them and trying to meet that person and then going like, okay, walk it back myself to how I felt when I was digging my heels in and somebody's telling me I'm wrong and stuff. It's like, just don't tell them they're wrong. It's like me and Cam would talk about, he's like, you weren't wrong for calling people bigots and screaming at them in the past. It's like, is that going to help though? Maybe talk to him about, you know what, you're exhibiting like kind of bigoted behavior. And I don't love that for you. You know, it's that framing from Cam says judging to observing.
It's interesting because on coaching calls, I had someone literally just, was it today or yesterday? And they go, when someone tells me I'm wrong, that's when I really feel like I'm against everything. I'm going to fight back. And as I like to do, I gently just kind of went with, do you know how many times I've told you you're wrong? And they're like, you never do. And I go, it's because I don't tell you you're wrong. I hold up a mirror and I ask, is this like reflective of what you thought? And remember when you said this? And how can we get there and use this as an example? I go, a lot of people are saying the same thing, but they're saying it is like, you're not good enough. You shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be doing that. You're a bad person. Where me and you talk, it's all coming down to communication. That the idea of language is so finicky to begin with, but can you read the intention behind people? You're not mad at the words they're saying. You're mad at the energy they're transferring back and forth between each other. And I think that's where I think we talked about this before. It's in intentions. Why are we showing up in this room? It's not to be famous. It's not to do all these things. It's for people to sit in a room with us, feel less alone, feel heard, have a powerful voice. I saw you get a comment the other day that was, thank you so much for allowing me as a woman to feel safe talking about sports. Like, Do you know how many people don't even think about that?
I
Like,
didn't.
that's one of the greatest compliments anyone could, like, you help, we like this community, all of us help people feel safe to exist, to talk about sports. And that's, I think, the power of intention setting. That's why I do it beforehand, because my ego can talk. It'll be like, how many views are we going to get? How many lives are we going to change? How many amazing comments and likes and all of the things? And it's just like, brother, that's not what this is about.
No.
It's about for people like LA, who talks about, hey, I've been working through some things and you guys have been helping me. Erica feeling safe enough to talk about her grandfather in here. Like Brendan sharing his journey. Cam bringing so much love and light, insight in his meditation practice. Like everyone in here, man. Like that's what this is about. And whew, I'm getting chills talking about it.
Can you see he's plugged in the community people? This guy's starting to read up on everybody. He's starting to know what's happening in there. He's bringing notes to the stream. I freaking love it, dude. I love it. Everybody's shouting you out for the love. Brendan just actually off to visit grandparents and watch them stick and puck. Want to say namaste to all. I wish everyone a blessed evening. We love that for you. He loves his hockey, so he's going to watch with Gramps. That's amazing. Dana says to him, enjoy, relax, make good decisions. Amen, brother. Amen. And we got Dana with a share. How about you read this one and dive in?
Dana, I am Jewish. If a friend of mine who knows me makes a Jewish joke, I couldn't care less. If someone who doesn't know I am Jewish does it, I question their intent.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel that intent, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be curious, Dana. Is it the fact that you don't know them, or is it the fact that there's a tone or intention behind it? Because I think I kind of dive into it, like my intention or my intuition a little bit in these situations is like, I feel like I know when people are being disrespectful on purpose. But I also don't want to say like, take that away as your experience. I wonder if it's the fact that you don't know them, or you can pick up on they're being disrespectful. Because for me, I think that's it. It's not that I think you should be going around talking about religion, races, and all of that kind of stuff and just cracking jokes. But once again, there is a difference between someone trying to hurt someone's feelings and someone trying to lift up a room through comedy, being relatable, and those kind of things. I think that speaks volumes behind it. But I love that you shared that. What are your thoughts, bud?
Yeah, I would love to. Oh, he goes, I think it's a true window into their mindset.
Speaks way beyond just what the joke's about. For sure.
It's the energy. It's the energy. Like even at the Hockey Helps Homeless tournament, I'm playing a game and there's a spicy group of old guys in one game and they're just playing like it's game 7. And I love it. I love it. Go hard, boys, you know? But then when I just, made a little move and took a sidestep around a D-man and just, I should be able to go around some people. The guy just fully took his other arm off his stick and just grabbed me, like full on just grabbed me and held me and then tried to laugh and be like, ah. And I looked at him and I went, you're not joking. Like I could feel that he was not joking. I know when guys come up and fake hit me and try to fight me as a joke, you feel the energy from it. But when he did that and he's like trying to laugh, and I was like, he's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm like, yeah, you're not. And he just looked at me. He's like, like you literally just didn't want me to step around you, that I'm an NHL former player and you didn't like that. So this is an interesting thing with Dana, because it's funny how Dana thinks, intentions are being set. I send you things. He was sending me things. And Dana, does have, like I did, my goodness, like this is literally why I'm here. My energy would rage when somebody I felt was doing something intentional. But I think there's a deeper layer that we all have to keep working towards, that it's just more ignorance. It's just more layered awareness that's not there, that causes someone to quote unquote do something with intention. But I 100,000% agree that regardless of where we are in our spiritual journey, our personal mental health journey, you can feel energy regardless. It's always around us. We just have to cultivate that muscle like anything else to read that energy and know, okay, you know what? This is somewhere I can be right now, or you know what? This place isn't safe for me right now.
And Dana put up in a really good comment, I'm smart enough not to say things that may be controversial when I'm around people I don't know. People who do not do the same don't care what I think. I'm going to offer some perspective if that's okay. It sounds very personal, right? It sounds very, people who do not do the same don't care what I think. It sounds like they don't take other people in general into consideration. It's really about the jokes for them. And sometimes once that letter and that word and that being of I makes things feel very personal, right? Remembering I is all, and that's something that me in this meat monkey spacesuit has really had the opportunity to understand. When I say I mean all, because it's all just one vibration. But I really love this whole conversation of just, because I don't know if you've announced them as a guest yet, so I don't want to say it, but we have a podcast in the bank where an incredible human being talks about anytime.
Rip it. This is the close people here.
You sure? So we got Brady Leavold, right? And he talks about, one, what a lightning rod of a episode. I can't wait for that to come out. But two, he talks about going out and playing in the men's league. I think he just posted on his story the other day about it. And him being him and you being you, like, people want to like joke around and like give like little pop shots and joke, but like he can tell like this isn't fun. Like, I know you want to fight me, and like I'm not in that headspace anymore. I don't have those intentions anymore. Like I'm out here to have fun. I'm not out here like, what might have been fun in the past was punching people in the face in a rec league. Like, that's not fun to me anymore. Like, I'm out here to put the skates on, stick around a little bit, and see if I still got some juice in the tank just to have fun on the ice. Because I know people like you and Brady who talk about like, it's a different relationship with the ice than it used to be. And so you're really still feeling out what this new relationship looks like. So I think you picking up on energy on not just the people, but the environment as a whole really dictates to your relationship with a sport that you once loved.
Totally agree. It's funny how things come full circle. You're a kid and you want nothing more to like be pro and just play at the highest level and all that stuff. And it's like, once you get there, people, all I wanted to do was get home for the summer, go play freaking 3-on-3 with the boys, and just walk out into the sunshine after and air out my gear and eat some food. Like, that's what you grew up playing as a kid, and nobody yelling at you. You not worried to make a mistake here and there, and just have fun. That's what it was awesome. Sharzy goes, why rec league sports aren't fun? People take it too seriously. Yeah, that's why there really needs to be competitive and rec divisions. At these Hockey Helps the Homeless tournaments, all the pros, when we get our teams, we go, are we in the rec or are we in the competitive division? And all of us are like, rec, yes. Like, we don't want to do that, man. A couple of guys go a little harder than others, but I actually heard a story the other day that Luke Gazdick, former tough guy who's now a Hockey Night in Canada host, somebody was being so much of an idiot that Luke Gazdick had to physically go grab him and drag him to the bench by his horse collar and be like, sit down and shut the fuck up. And it was like he had to lay down the law. I approach things differently. I told the guys, when the guy told that story, I'm like, yeah, I won't be touching anybody anymore, but I'll let you know. So our captain of the team actually comes back because somebody hit him too hard or something happened. He came off and his wires crossed and he was kind of whining. I went, Cap, brother, you gave us a speech about this was all fun. I'm calling you out, brother. Like, take a pill. And I kind of continued on my shift. Like, that's men holding each other, men accountable. And he came up after and he said, hey, man, sorry, my wires crossed. I'm like, brother, I'm not going to go, yeah, you were wrong. That's what I used to do. I was like, brother, you're talking about the guy who got punched the hallway by Vince Dunn that went viral. Like, what am I? I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you know. Like, fuck me,
Oh, it's such a good point. And what Danny even said, I know many ex-players who only play rec hockey with other players because they don't want to play the tough guy or prove themselves. They just want to mess around. I think a lot of it can be, and once again, I've never reached that level of professionalism in sports and stuff like that. I was much like a high school level player of stuff. And I think that's kind of, even at that level, is like, even if you're going like the LA Fitnesses and stuff like that, like, I really just want to be here to have fun. I'm not looking to play game 7 of the NBA finals against a bunch of people who just got out of their job at accounting and another construction worker. Like, I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to play. And especially if you have the title, you already have a target on your back, which is like, in hockey, as like the enforcer, that's not a fun target to have on your back if you're not looking to punch people in the face anymore.
Oh gosh, wait till people see that part of the book when the pain of my dad goes away at the part of my journey, and I go, wait a second, I still have to go fight guys. I don't have this fucking rage fueling me anymore. That was quite eye-opening, everybody. Quite eye-opening. Okay, you go like, wow. I don't have to do this anymore, but I still have to because I get paid for it. That was a wild part of the journey. So people, we're having so much fun building that book up. But dude, let's get into the hockey because
Okay.
we're talking about hockey a little bit here. Go overboard when you're getting paid shares. But like the Flyers, dude, the Flyers, man. Like, tell us what you saw from last game because I am so impressed.
So let's just talk about Tippett real quick.
Oh yeah.
That move was filthy. And I want to be full transparency to everybody. Like, I am not a hockey guru. Like, I've played every sport except hockey. Like, I played around like on the background, like in like the backyard with my buddies and stuff like that, but like nothing like that. So like I grew up watching hockey with my pops, so Flyers fans all the time. Is this the play?
Yeah.
Dude, first off, look at the hustle. Gets there.
Tippett's going to get to the puck first.
Here.
He's going to play it. Play it to him.
Sick.
It's just crazy. Sorry, I muted you by accident. I tried to mute the audio, but it muted both of us here. I got to turn this one down. There we go. Oh, no, it did the same thing. I'm still learning the whole streaming thing, but yeah, dude, it was just crazy.
Dude, look, so play it from there, right?
Okay.
Watch this. I mean,
Yes,
I'm talking as a fan now, right? Like,
slow it down. Oh, I can't mute. How do I mute the audio but not your audio? I can't do that. Okay, fuck it. I'm learning.
You're good. Right here, the awareness when he just drops the puck and has the awareness to come back, like, I love it. Right there, I'm coming back.
That's crazy to do.
And then this is a crossover in basketball from in my head. It's like, okay,
bye.
Beautifully.
cross him up. Now, when you watch the play back on his, like, obviously there's awareness here, right? His eyes don't break the net.
Nope.
So like the goalie is fully thinking that Tippett is going to shoot this puck.
Still has the puck.
And that he has no awareness that he's there.
He has to. This is a terrible job by the D-man because the goalie is always supposed to take the shooter. This D-man, as soon as Tippett gets here, he should have just sprinted right to here. His stick's got to be right in his lane. The goalie's taking the shot. This is terribly played by this guy, but that's what happens when there's a turnover that you're not expecting. He is not expecting shorthanded to be on a 2-on-1 situation. He's thinking offense. He's caught off guard. Oh, this might even be a forward. I think this is Ben Kindle. That's probably why. That's a forward.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's a terrible played defensive play by a forward that doesn't know what he's doing. He's not expecting it. And I mean, that's just money. And Chris Pronger, who was on Hockey Night in Canada recently talking about Owen Tippett, saying that, I mean, we were there and we drafted him. We saw this guy where like he's enormous. I think people don't realize how big he is too. He's like 6'1", like pushing 220 plus. He can skate like a freaking raging bull, but he's quick and his shot is a cannon. He has all the hands. He lacks seemingly this consistency in the past. And Pronger and them were like, dude, you literally have like the keys to the castle in the kingdom to like be a 50-goal scorer, 100-point guy. Like, where's the fire every night to do it? And I don't know whether it's talk it, whether now he feels comfortable. Like, it takes longer for some guys to feel comfortable, but you got Martone. He's coming into his own at the right time.
And you always have to watch out for a team. Now, obviously, I'm a Philly guy, so I'm a homer over here. And but they've been in playoff hockey for a month and a half now. Like, that's momentum. Like, Pittsburgh was resting guys because of their age. Like, they were just trying to get fresh wheels in there. We're a young team that's been on a roll, momentum go into Pittsburgh once again. Like, that's hockey town for the US. Like, Pittsburgh is like hockey town for us. To go and take 2 out, you're coming into Philly for game 3. The only thing I have to say is we have to capitalize because Philly will turn on its own team very quickly if they don't get what they want very quickly. So and I'm not saying just come out firing and scoring 3 goals in the first. I mean, come out hitting people. Like, you can go scoreless for the first 2, but if you're flying around hitting people and keeping the crowd engaged with effort, the one thing about Philly is always, we don't care honestly if you lose, but if you play your ass off and you hustle and you don't think you're better than the program, better than the sport, better than you're worth more, we will love you about. And so I'm just, you can tell like, I'm getting so stoked about this.
Dude, you're fired up. I love it. I just checked in yesterday on the stream. I think we were looking at briefly, and it had in the first 8 minutes and 50 seconds of Konechny's ice time, he had 6 hits. When I checked 12 minutes into the game, Flyers had like almost 30 hits already, 25 plus hits. Like I was like, it's over. Like it's over. And I told people, like, I just don't quite think people understand, first of all, how difficult it is to finish every check and how tiring it is, but how freaking effective it is. Like I swear to you, if any team in the NHL one night just goes, okay, boys, literally, if you don't finish every check, like somebody might come and rob your house. Like that kind of urgency, somebody's going to come do something in your family. Like if somebody just had that urgency and each guy held each other, finish every check verbatim, you will not lose in the NHL. Guys are making a ton of money. They do not want to get hurt. Intimidation is a factor. They don't want to be hurt all summer. They're got that. Don't you kid yourself. They're trying to win the Stanley Cup. They're thinking, fuck, I want to go to Rome. I want to go to Turks and Caicos. I want to be healthy. I don't want to blow out my knee. That's what it takes. That's what the Toronto Maple Leafs, in my opinion, haven't had. And we talk a lot about the Leafs being in Toronto areas, that they're just too nice of people, which I love telling people. I would rather them be too nice of people because that's what I'm all about now, 11 late. But if you want to talk about hockey and violence, you literally have to be willing to get hurt and hurt people to win. That is just the nature of reality. That's why I wouldn't go back and play sport anymore, because there's only one way to do it. It's just real.
Yeah. And I'm curious, right? Because you saw again, I don't know how much you saw the game, because I know you were on. I was literally like watching you and going back and forth. I was watching you on my desktop, and I was watching the game on my phone, not the other way around. And I was sitting there like, and at the end of the game, I can't remember the guy in Pittsburgh, but I think he's like one of their bigger, tougher guys. Did you see him catch Tippett with his glove twice?
No.
So it was like after the play and all that stuff, he had Tippett and he gave him 2 uppercuts with his glove, and Tippett he cut him open and shit like that. And Jim Jackson, who I think is one of the most underrated sports announcers, is our hockey announcer. I love Jim Jackson.
Okay.
And he was like, he could be suspended for that. Like that's 2 shots to the head with his gloves on. And I doubt they'll do it because, well, Pittsburgh's Pittsburgh, but that's the Philly fan in me coming out. I'm trying to stay unbiased.
So you don't know who it was, but somebody suckered him twice with uppercuts.
Mantha. Yeah, Connor's
Mantha,
Dana.
Mantha's the only guy that would really stand up on their team.
This is going to be it. And I think Letang gets...
As Dvorak takes it back in. He's got a man cutting to the net.
No, this one happened in the third. That was game 1, I think.
But they just, Mantha's the guy. He's a big boy. He'll fight if he needs to. So they need a response from him, man. Or this guy, Elmer Soderblom.
Jesus.
He's enormous, dude. He's enormous. He had a great fight too. His first one, we didn't know he could do that. So, yeah, dude. The only way that like the Penguins are going to have to do what the Flyers traditionally do. They're going to have to muck it up.
Yeah. And it's wild because like I don't feel like that's been Philly's identity for a little while. Like I feel like we've been trying to find that more. But you get Konechny chirping a little bit. You get the boys going. You start to see that Philly blood come out in them. And like this looks like, I'm not going to say a completely different team because I think we've been building to this. But there's a level of physicality. Like I was worried they weren't going to bring the physical play into the playoffs because they were kind of much more of like a faster team. They're bringing it, man. And I'm so happy. As a Philly fan, we brought up on Broad Street Bullies, and then we had Wayne Simmons, and we had the Riley Cotes. We had all like... We had the Curtis Gabriels in the system. Like we had all of it, right? Like we want the physicality. We want that identity.
Amen, brother. Dana's pulling us back into another lane, which I find very interesting. Look at this.
You think the NHL would pay more attention to you and your path being so different than so many enforcers, no drugs, violence, or substance abuse? I agree, man. And just through our conversations, you've talked about, like I said, I don't know how much you can disclose about stuff, but there are some really good people on the inside with the NHLPA.
Yeah, you're nailing it. Yep, you're remembering. Yep.
Yeah, the NHLPA that like are really working their tail off to kind of have this kind of be more of a lane, and you're spearheading it with them, man.
And it's interesting too. I actually even got some more information. I won't reveal who, kind of, but let's just say other tough guys. One of them you just named just before this, who are more on the spiritually inclined side, did try to approach even the NHLPA with some of the stuff I like to talk about, let's say, and it was met with quite a lot of resistance. So the thing you got to remember, Big D, is that the NHL is still part of like the whole, business, money making. A lot of white Christian folks that medicine and science, they're just very about like monetizing things, and they don't want to hear that things you can't really monetize help more than everything else. Let's just say that. I'll just leave it at that. And it's the same story through, look at shares, they're so conservative. It's the same story that pervades hockey, the elite establishments, the elites in the whole world order and all that. It's the same thing. They have their ways. They're going to do it their way. If it doesn't win for them, they don't really care. These are the things that I had to struggle with in my own way, Dana, of seeing the world as, evil and right and wrong and all this stuff. And the more I went to myself, which was what everything pushed me to, the more I understood everybody else. And I think that's even more of a clue that we are all one, because you understand yourself. All you have to do in this life is know thyself. That's what's over the top of the temple of Apollo at Delphi in Greece. Just know thyself and you will know everything.
So true, man. And I think, I don't celebrate our government. I not even say very often. I don't celebrate them ever because whatever. But the one thing that did just happen is getting that executive order signed for, more research on like, I don't know what I can say on these platforms, but
you can rip it. Yeah, Kick, you can rip it.
Ibogaine, psychedelics, psilocybin, MDMA, that type of stuff. There's going to be more like stuff for that research. So I think we're in the very that's huge, honestly. Now, it doesn't mean it's becoming legal and doing all of these things. It's just opening up for more research to be done. But that's the first step of everything. But to get to the NHLPA and stuff like that, I'm sure that is just, you hope not to be decades away, but you don't know how much research they need to do and all this stuff. So I believe, once again, like Gabe, like your story, it's like players, one, need just to know that there's alternative ways to go about it. And I think that's something me and you are just working on, is creating a resource, an avenue, a community that is available, a locker room that is available outside of the traditional path. And there's so many great people, like Brady's doing, like so many people that are doing it, but they have to take their own avenues to do it, because it's just not going to get pushed through the NHL.
That's it. And that's why we are going to make this thing. I said it today on a call with a networking call with my Komodo team and a guy who works with a huge social media influencer. Like, I just want it to be stupid authentic. I want it to be so authentic, what we're putting out as an offering, that it hurts people. It almost pisses people off that they're like against us because there's so much love and light pouring out of it. I've had people approach about, podcast networks, great people, amazing people, but how they make their revenue is their main thing is best sports betting. And I just have no interest in that. Obviously, with my dad's story being a gambling addict, which again, just the same way with my ex and OnlyFans and all that stuff, it's all going to exist. It's just because I don't think it should isn't going to change anything. I'm all about love and light and education. Make decisions. Where you want to put your attention is where you're going to get back. So if you want to put in those things and you can live that way, great. That's not for me and my love and light journey. That's not that's just fine. I respect everyone's journey, but it has to be aligned. And same thing as Banana Ball. Why is Banana Ball so successful? The Savannah Bananas, because they do not take one ad. They do not do one ownership thing. They haven't sold one share. He owns the whole thing, full control, full transparency. He can't bat people away from Banana Ball with a bat. It's sold out for years. Okay. That's what we're building here at the Love and Light community. Every single person here is part of that. It's making it so authentic that you just can't miss it. You couldn't freaking miss this out of a barn door. Like, this is what this is. Everything we do is permeated with love and light. No ads that don't align, no shareholders, no influences other than people remembering who they really are. It's the only thing that matters.
Absolutely. Dana asked, was Dan Carcillo before my time? Dan Carcillo is one of my favorite Flyers because he was same tough guy, but he's also doing some really cool stuff, with like psilocybin and journeys and stuff like that. A little bit different than what we're doing, but like same world, right? Like it's just, that's the kind of things I think, hopefully at some point we're kind of working side by side, not working, but like partnering side by side, just to be under the same bubble with people, to like show that, hey, like, there's other ways to do this, and it's not traditional. It's not pharma. It's not all of the stuff. And let's say a few years ago, I was having this thoughts in my head. I was like, how do I make money by helping people integratively, holistically? And somebody said, well, you got to follow the money. How do you make it worth that time? And I go, I just don't know. You can't go against big pharma. You see what happens. But all of a sudden you're starting to see, and this is where I have a lot of hope, that executive order gets signed. There's more research, the legalization of certain things. There's different types of treatments. Like, I do believe it's starting because the money is starting to flow there. The problem with that is, how infected does that world get because money gets involved? But you can't have it perfectly. It's got to start somewhere, but that's the money's starting to flow there, which I think is going to be a good thing.
I think you nailed it. It has to start somewhere. It has to start gift. Oh God, so TikTok's so dumb. It has to start somewhere. Just like back in the day, guys who first played in the NHL had to work jobs, and there's 6 teams that had to start. Now PWHL, WNBA, it all has to start somewhere. There's pioneers that break through, go through the dirty work, and that's their journey here. But Dana, that's why I brought him up. He's before your time, Gabriel. He was before my time. I don't think I ever played against him. I remember Dana actually being in Arizona, going to a Coyotes game way back when my grandparents used to snowbird down there and stuff. And Dan Carcillo, they came out to Lincoln Park's No More Sorrow. No more sorrow. It's just like, and he went out car bomb and fought like off the opening shift. So that's what I remember of him. But now with his journey, I can heavily resonate with him saying that basically he got told he had early onset dementia in his 30s. And now he's clear as a damn crystal, because that shit literally grows your brain and nerve cells back, your nerve tissue. I'm seeing videos on social media where people who are fully paralyzed and can't walk are like moving their legs now and like standing up and walking and shit. I've seen people claim that it literally will like reconnect spinal cord tissue and shit, man. It's kind of nuts. And whatever that's for me can't miss me. If I have CT, I have CT. Like, by the numbers, I would put every dollar I own that I have CTE if you went by the numbers, but that's not how this realm works anymore. I don't look at it that way. It's not black and white. Like, you have this or this. It's like, the mindfulness work, the psychedelic use, all these things that we just don't understand yet. Clearly it's working for Dan. I don't know. My head feels pretty damn clear. Who knows what's down the road, but man, these things are powerful.
They really are. And you mentioned it. There's things, and a colleague of mine, or I should say a friend of mine now, but she works for a place down in Mexico that I can't remember the name of it right now. It's really bothering me, but she's like the chief of medicine type stuff, and they work with Ibogaine. And she has sent me videos from the clinic of the day before, and literally the day less than 24 hours after, a person couldn't do this with their fingers. She couldn't walk and all these things. And I have the video of her with less than 24 hours doing this easily, and then up and walking back and forth. And like, I say all she did was go through an Ibogaine treatment, but like Ibogaine's it's a trip, but like it's incredible. There's things out there that help, man.
Ibogaine's like, if ayahuasca's like a trip, Ibogaine's like going to the whole amusement park over a weekend. Like, it's 80% chance of a heroin addict walking in there that can't do anything and is on their last legs. They walk out, never want to touch it again. They do it another time, 92%. Like, it's people, we're talking about people going in there with debilitating chronic diseases, cancer, whatever, and just walking out a day and a half, 2 days later, scot-free. Like, documented. I don't know what you want to make of that. I know what I make of that. I'm not going to tell people what that means, but it's pretty freaking powerful. But what do you think about this? Carcillo wants $5,000 for a mushroom retreat for literally $30. You can have the same thing down the road. I don't think that's the same thing personally, Sharzy. I know you're a rock star from the ghetto of Rockford that has been a pioneer of the psychonaut spaces, but that's just not the same. That's not the same thing.
So interesting. My thoughts on that too. And I think what people will get a little confused. I'm not saying Sharesi's confused about this at all. I'm thinking a lot of people forget that there's like a lot about the environment and the intentions of where you're doing things, and it's about the space too. I don't know much about I know that Carcillo is doing this, like in creating that space and those retreats and stuff like that, which I think is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also had my $30 adventures myself, and they did not go the way where I feel like I was being intentional with stuff. So I think there's a lot of, I'm going to keep using the word intentions, but intentions into why you're going into the space, what you're bringing into it, what you're learning about yourself, and who Dan might be bringing in to also facilitate can be a big thing, whether it's a shaman, whether it's a medical professional. I don't know those details, but I think that's for specific. I know that's you go to a marketing team, that's who he's just going to market to, is the people with that money and can go to those retreats and afford that kind of stuff. But $30 is one way to. I've gone the $30 route. I feel like I opened up some portals I couldn't close.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, weed, when it first came out in Canada, now you can go get like edibles for like $1, $2. Like, it's never going to be the same. It's not the same class of thing. It's medicine. It's much more powerful medicine that needs, proper intention setting. I've heard horror stories about this stuff. Like anything can be abused. Anything can be used responsibly. The middle way. Corey Coops keeps losing sound. That's not ideal. Talk, Ben. Can I hear you?
Mic check 1, 2.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so maybe Corey Coops in. Sorry about that, Corey Coops. We're good over here. But yeah, it's got ream jump. Got a realm jump. He knows all about that. Jersey knows all about that. Jersey likes to say, you got to ride the tiger. You got to ride the tiger.
I've said this to you before, and I'll share it here. There's like, so we talk about the $30. We'll call it the $30 tiger ride, right? The first time I ever did something like that, I had no knowledge. I was doing it as a teenager or 20-something-year-old, whatever it might have been, and I felt like I went into a different timeline. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't like study spirituality or the multiverse, string theory. I didn't do any of that yet. I just was like, I feel like a completely different version of myself. And then I did it again, and I was like, I feel like I'm getting closer, and like I could feel these shifts now, through studying and through experience and stuff like that. I've learned like you're changing vibrations, right? You're changing, and there's different beliefs. You've opened different things. You've ridden the tiger. So I do believe there's a lot of power and sacredness to these things, and they're to be treated with respect and love and kindness, because that's what you'll get sometimes violently back, but they teach you what you're ready to be taught.
Mm-hmm. I have to figure out the realm jump. I have to figure the realm jump out. This is Corey Cooper. I've noticed personally. So I've done mushrooms the most by far, LSD and MDMA, and there is such a clear distinction to me from organic mushies, from the earth, from Mother Earth, what I come from, what I am. Again, we're all the same thing. LSD and love is still love and light too. It's just a little more, processed, let's say. And same thing with MDMA, right? I could feel the difference. I took mushrooms, and it was just like, it's like coming home from Christmas for Christmas, and you haven't been home in 10 years. And you're just like, yep, I know this place. Whereas the LSD is even more powerful to have intentions. But I literally felt like I uploaded it's literally felt like in my chest that when I got COVID, the Omicron one in Chicago, that's what it felt like. It was this like not uncomfortable, but this awareness of like this weird heartburn. It felt very machine-like. It felt very artificial. And I noticed that right away. And after I did that, I was like, okay, it was nice, but like, yeah, that's just for me. I'm all about that nature, that Mother Nature.
Yeah, there's definitely, and I think also too, it's really good to recognize that, and it's good to feel that connection. Like, I think that's kind of the point of a lot of this stuff, is to recognize your connection to things, that you are not separate from things. Mm-hmm. And like, that's a reminder. It's kind of like the lesson within the lesson is like, hey, you come from this, you are this, you are not separate, you are not made from, you're of, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I would say I agree. I had similar experiences. I've had wild experiences on both, so.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, whatever was for me can't miss me. I've had 14 roughly times I've done this. I've only ever had the one bad trip, but my goodness, I would trade all the other ones for that one, because the bad trip, fellow souls, in my experience, just means you're resisting, and that's exactly what they need to bring to you at that time. So it's just, you start to see, fellow waves, you hang around the love and light, just like my mom is. I'm like, every time we're talking now, mom, I'm like, remember, mom, what's the answer? She's like, relax and release, surrender. I'm like, it's always the same. It's always the same. You can run around the whole God's green earth and go to India to become enlightened, go down to Australia, hang out with the Aboriginals, go to Central America, do some mushrooms like Gabes, whatever you want to do. You're in the same place wherever you go, fellow waves. And the answer is always relax, release, surrender, and accept right where you are right now.
It goes for mental health. It goes for these journeys. It goes for, you even hear about people like in the DMT stuff, like seeing entities and stuff like that. And one of the greatest lessons they learn is like, breathe in positivity, release fear. And as soon as you do that, it's like everything shifts on a like that. And it's kind of like, isn't that just kind of maybe the lesson? Is like, when feeling anxiety and feeling panic and feeling all of this stuff, what if we learn to release? In that release, reset, welcome, and just like release the fear that false evidence becoming real. I have not. I've had thoughts of it. Once again, false evidence appearing real. I'm somebody who has lived with and experienced a lot of health anxiety. And when I feel like I'm losing control, once again, this would be one of my greatest teachers. And I'm just openly admitting, like, there's fear, and I'm scared of where my mind will go, because I've seen it go places.
And I know who you're speaking to right now. There's a fellow soul in our community who also goes through this, Ben. Lisa's daughter has had a lot of health anxiety. So you can speak on something here that she would really tap into.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's the idea of not knowing. And there's also this idea of fear of other people, me knowing better about myself than a doctor or somebody else would. Corey Coop said they would love to know too. And so once again, my experience with health anxiety, it's every little thing is life and death. And I'm talking like, I'll give you a perfect example. I've changed my chair 4 different times in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And every time I change a chair, different parts of my back will start acting up because I'm changing chairs. And my upper neck, and I can feel like a little bump right there. I'm telling you, it's not, it might be, it is cancer. Like, that's the thing, is it goes like that. And I wasn't like that growing up. That once again, through one of those tiger rides, something happened where afterwards, like, I lost control of feeling like I had everything. And it's been I don't want to say an upward journey. It's been a spiral staircase of figuring a struggle with terrible health anxiety. Lisa, Linz, oh my gosh, I love you all so much. I understand. Do we think that maybe being vulnerable opened up a door for people to feel that they're able to talk about it? And this is community, right? That's why I do what I'm doing, and being a mental health professional and certified mental health coach for a decade is because of my anxiety and my panic attacks. Not mine, the panic attacks, the anxiety, the feelings of them. They are not mine to hold and keep. I do not protect them. But the health anxiety is, so you put me into a space of ayahuasca or psilocybin again. Me and you texted last night literally about that. I said, don't count me out yet, because if there's one person I really feel comfortable going into it with, I feel safe with you, right? And it's one of those things, is like, as soon as I start losing what feels like control, these people can probably admit or relate. There's this moment, the mind goes, oh shit. And there's what feels to be no coming back. So doing that kind of stuff is one of those things I think will be in the right setting with the right people, and more of a maybe facilitated environment with the intention of, I'm going to sit and work through this. That's a place I would probably do it, because you're also just one person I'd feel really safe being with in those moments.
Appreciate that, brother. But no, I think health anxiety is a deep root in all of us. It's just whether or not we have other things covering it up. Like for my journey, I had to knock off other things before I could even get to that I had these kinds of anxieties, because I was covered by other things. But once I got down to it, and that's really the root of my food stuff. Ultimately, I've kind of deduced some of the happiest times of my life were with food, around food, with my grandparents and my dad, specifically, who now I've lost all of those people. My grandpa's not the same guy anymore with dementia, right? So it's that longing of that remembrance of feeling safe in those moments, and just ecstasy of my high senses being stimulated and eating all the taters, which we'll get into later, Erica. And like, it's that, but then it went after I shed that aspect of it. That part doesn't bother me anymore. I feel the longing for it just the same way you feel the thing in your neck, thinking it's there. It never goes, it just gets quieter, but it's that just fear of just survival. Like, it's like, if I eat this, am I going to struggle when I'm 80 because my knees are going to be bad? Am I going to do this? And what if I can't go hiking when I'm like, it's all these what ifs. And what we're building right now with our course and the purpose module is separating facts from forecasts, right? That's what we've kind of come up with a bit, is like, is this a fact that if I don't eat this fruit, for example, that I won't be able to do a pull-up when I'm 80? Or is this a forecast of just, I'm needing longevity? And Peter Crone, I think I have it saved on my other account. It's too long to pull it up. Peter Crone is this amazing speaker, and he speaks about this hunt for longevity is just another refined escape from the present moment. You're just trying to find a way that if you do this and this, then down the road, you'll be okay. It's like, you're just escaping the now moment. It's just another play of this Santa Claus ego to not be here in the now. It's another way to not relax in the release. You start to chip away at different things. We all have our own versions of these, but I think everybody has health anxiety, Lynn's, Ben, everybody. It's just whether or not you're more aware of it than others.
I definitely think it has levels, right? In which you can get lost in it. And then I have to often ask myself, Dana, do you not have the same fears with mushrooms? And did you not have the same? I did not. So completely different experiences for me. And Lisa, Lynn's, LA. You know what's interesting? I know I'm kind of coming up on time here. What I think would be good is if you guys, when you join on Sunday, if you want to bring a bunch of these questions revolving around health anxiety and stuff like that, I think that I would, Gabes, if you're open to it, to sit here and talk about it. And because it sounds like this is really a spot where the community is really kind of lighting up a little bit.
Look at this.
Lisa, if there's one word in that sentence, what word do you think I would pick out? The sentence is, I find it so hard to reassure Lynn's when I am secretly struggling myself. I think there's one word in there that would really, really help gain clarity. And I'm going to give you a minute or two to just sit there and kind of see what word that is. Gabes, do you think you know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah. Let's just feel into the moment. Silence is beautiful.
Nailed it. You know how you can help? Like how did you see when we opened up, Gabe started talking about his food? I didn't know any about that, the relationship to food, why he was on his journey, because that's his journey. But hearing about all of that kind of stuff opens everyone up. Talking about, I said health anxiety, and all of a sudden, Gabe's could not keep up with the chat. That word secretly is, none of us want to feel like we're struggling alone. When we feel like we're not alone and we're going through this together, that is so incredible. So now we become an artist. How do we allow them to know? By still feeling like, obviously, the parent and the provider and those kind of things. But if my mom was struggling with health anxiety and she came to me and said, you're not alone, I go through this too, and these are some ways we can go about it together. Oh, I love you. Like, thank you. Like, I think that is a wonderful place to start. And if we want to bring this onto Sunday's chat and once again dedicate some really good time to this, I would love to help people talk about this and work through it.
Beautiful, man. And beautiful. Look at this anxiety. We got this new Paul in here. Oh wait, Paul, this is this emo the emo patriot from TikTok, that's Paul. Yeah, anxiety is like a big fur coat that's made of dead things but keeps you warm temporarily. Amen. It's all temporary covers up. Lisa, I'm afraid to feed her fears with mine. Well, that's the false evidence appearing real talking. I know we want to get Ben out of here probably, so I don't want to rope him into too much. We're going to get into this when Ben leaves because I'm going to show some old stuff of my eating habits and we can talk about this. So Lisa's loving it. Yeah, dude, that's me. Okay, so feeling alone is whatever your problem is, best strategy. He saw the chat lit the fuck up. You weren't kidding there, Ben.
And I think the greatest lesson is not that anxiety rules, it's vulnerability does. Like, do you see how connected we all are through such a common experience? Now, we probably experience it differently because that's just the human experience. But thinking about like, oh, we're in a world that we're not alone. We're going through this together. And I'm fortunate to be in a situation where I was able to work through it in a way. And I so look forward to me and Gabes being able to share our experiences and things that have worked not just for us, but through our training with Nickerson that is able to help provide, certified integrative mental health training or advice. I don't even want to call it advice, but guidance. And we'll all learn. You guys are all amazing, man. I love you.
I know, right?
I love you all.
We're learning again. Like the more me and Ben just sometimes just sit there if we're doing our course and stuff. We're just like, dude, we're just talking to ourselves. We're growing on our own journey, and the byproduct, is everybody else feels the love. Like it's just like what? Like it's just we just feel so blessed. I feel so grateful.
Me too. I'll stay till 8:15 if that's cool.
Okay, please do. Please do. What do you want to I know I don't want to rope you into something too big here.
I mean, I have time, but once again, I know you like you got videos you're bringing up and stuff like that, so I want to be respectful of your time too. What did Corey Coop say? What's the best way to seek safe guidance on this stuff?
I mean, brother, I don't give a shit if you wanted to stay the whole time. I don't care. It's just a matter of we're open, man. I don't care where the Love and Light stream goes. I go where the Love and Light is. So it's totally up to you. And there's no pressure to. We got to put your oxygen mask on first too.
It's a good reminder to talk about it simply because it reinforces in my mind that I'm not crazy to get sucked into anxiety. Exactly. I've always, once again, one of the anxious thoughts, that's one thing. You see me doing this, like that's part of the process is it's not my anxiety. I don't take ownership of it. So a lot of self-talk will help. Not falling into what we can sometimes see as like jokes and those kind of things. Like my anxiety has me doing this. It's like, So I'll give you a quick breakdown of how I kind of really started working through it, and maybe it can help somebody. And then we'll definitely get into more of the details on Sunday. And this maybe be something honestly, this is kind of my wheelhouse and probably why you bring me on anyway. Self-talk was the first thing. I had to change the way I talked about myself, the way I felt about myself. Then when I say a meditation practice, it wasn't the for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. It was figuring out what meditation meant to me. And I think that's really important. Gabes, do you have a kind of a thing that kind of happened with you, like with your meditation, or did you kind of dive right into the traditional practice of it?
I think what I harp on so much is the consistency of it, that what you talk about. I was writing a part in the course module tonight. I actually put in, Ben talks about a guy who went to the gym for 5 minutes every day for a month or 2 months just to build the freaking habit of going to the gym, because people get fit, they get in shape, they do all this stuff. And then they just, like people who win the lottery and don't have any money habits, just fall back to their old habits. They just went to do it just to build it in. So I think that's what changed everything for me. I was even talking about my mom last night. She's doing such a great job journaling. She'll lose like a day or here, which it gets really bad. And then she goes back to it. But I stopped and started so many times. My consistency was so bad because I was struggling so bad. The extremes were so extreme that I would swing to not wanting to do it, to doing it too much. It all changed. Everything changed. And Ben, this is why I want to make so the focus of the course that you just the invitation to sit. Everything changed when I said every day at the same time when I wake up, no fucking matter what, I'm going to meditate. That's for me what changed it. It wasn't Om. It wasn't all this fancy stuff. It was just literally sitting on my bed and watching my breath every day, no matter what, because that was the last thing I wanted to do. I wanted sovereignty. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to fix everything. And having to do something at the same time every day, no matter how I felt, just was like I went on like a crusade against myself for so long. And when I finally just said, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot. I'm tired. It's not working. The pain of staying the same is worse than just doing this thing. That's when everything changed for me.
Consistency. And I think that's why it's so important, where you can listen to Gabes talk about his experience and how he did it. You'll listen to me talk about my experience and how I did it, what meditation and mindfulness means to both of us. And once again, we reference the course because I did just recently did a lot of the editing on the body module. It's one of the main themes of the body module is kind of the same themes of the mind module. It's finding what resonates with you. And just because maybe I say it's wrong and it's not right for me, it could be the thing that saves you. But if you're stuck listening to somebody else about your body, your mind, and what's best for you, the whole point is exploring your journey. And so I agree with the meditation, because that was part of my journey, as well as sitting for, once again, my meditation practice currently is every morning after I get up and I use the bathroom and I come back and I make my bed, I sit on my bed for 5 minutes and I put a timer on my phone. And I know, I'm going to tell you, this is kind of fun. I never thought I would tell this to anybody, but this past week, at the end, like this is how I know I'm in tune. I literally will go to put my hand on my heart just to like give gratitude. And every day for the past week, as my hand hit my chest, the gong went off. It was like an internal moment of just like, I'm not watching it, but it was just kind of like your body and mind are so in tune where like it'd be like gong. And like then I would sit for a little bit longer because I'm like, oh, I am in it right now. So finding what that works for you, once again, 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day could change anxiety, could change how you feel about yourself, how you learn to show up for yourself. Because if you you can show up for yourself 5 minutes a day to meditate. I can show up 10 minutes a day to go for a walk, maybe go for a light jog, go walk up some steps, go play tipty at a YMCA and Owens. Like, you practice and master the art of showing up, whether it be anxiety, whether it be whatever it is, you are going to change everything. And I will leave this. I will leave with this. I just saw the reel today, so that's why I wish I could share it. I'll probably remember it's stocked or something. But you're looking for a regulated nervous system. One of the main thing is stop the dopamine spikes. So like the frequent, stop pressing the dopamine button so frequently all day. So that's the scrolling, right? Stop the scrolling where it just keeps giving you open loops. 2 is routine. That's where Gabes talks about consistency of meditation, a meditation or mindfulness or breathing, quiet, sitting routine, a routine every single day. If you don't think it's working, it's because you haven't created the routine. And 3, it's movement. It's movement. It's moving your body, giving energy somewhere to go, whether that be going for walks. Wonderful. Wonderful. Start at your fitness level. If it's 10 minutes because you don't do anything, do a 10-minute walk 3 times this week. If it's a little bit higher, if you can lift, that's wonderful too. But those are the 3 things I would start today. Tonight, I would sit for 5 minutes. That's where I would start. And then Sunday, bring any questions you have, and I'm happy to answer. I know Gabes is happy to answer. But yeah, otherwise I'm probably just going to ramble here for a little bit. So I want to give you your stream.
Great, dude. So yeah, we have a topic, everybody, for Sunday night. This is how the Love and Light informs the journey of us all, and we all have a part to play in it. So Sunday night, we'll lean into health anxiety, and we got Brock tomorrow. We're talking about jail. We got a whole bunch of shit coming now. Things are just rolling out beautifully. So Ben, we thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. What a blessed stream as always. It can't not be, but we still honor your presence, your experience, what you've brought, your energy, your ability to let the love and light play you, man. We just thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Love you. Sending love to everybody. Thank you for having me. And I will talk to you guys on Sunday. Bring any questions you have. I'm happy to answer them.
Namaste, brother. Love you.
Love you, bud.
So look at this, people. Just to tie in what Ben's saying about the 5 minutes, let's just tap into this real quick. How simple this is.
He has always remained happy.
Listen. Do I have it up? Yeah.
A Sufi mystic was asked. He has always remained happy. 70 years people have watched him. He has never found sad. One day they asked him, what is the secret of your happiness? He said, there is no secret. Every morning when I wake up, I meditate for 5 minutes and I say to myself, listen, now there are two possibilities. You can be miserable or you can be blissful. Choose. And I always choose to be blissful. All alternatives are open. Choose to be blissful. And then there are people who can be blissful even when they are imprisoned. And there are people who remain miserable even when they are living in marble palaces. It all depends on you. A Sufi mystic was...
How beautiful is that? Oh, man. A Sufi mystic, an absolute master. Nobody's ever seen him upset, unhappy, sad in 70 years. What's the secret? There is none. I meditate for 5 minutes every morning and I go, look, I can be blissful or miserable, and I choose blissful. Wow. Powerful. Powerful. Lisa Jude says, we have been doing 2 kilometers each day. I'm feeling better with that. Absolutely. I know you and Linz have been talking about moving. I think Linz has been saying it a lot in her gratitude streaks. Very, very powerful. Very, very important. So, yeah. To get that body moving. There used to be a part of my journey where if I didn't move, I would lose my marbles because the endorphins I got from it were needed to make me feel good. But what is beautiful now is like I could not work out again, and I don't think it would matter to me at all. I just watch the body do what it's got to do. Thank you for talking about something that feels so isolating. Oh, Linz, we're just getting started, fellow waves. And this is how it works, right? You guys, maybe you've talked about it, you've dabbled in it, but we haven't known how much of a thing it is for you two, your mother-daughter duo. But when we just come on and we circle up and we spend time with each other, that starts to come out, right? And it starts to be leaned into. And now we've unearthed something that through you is going to help so many of us, including myself, including my Meet Monkey Spacesuits journey. So it is so common, Linz. It might be the most common thing. Because what are we all scared of, right? Remember what we watched yesterday? We all feel like a fragment of the whole. We all long for this feeling of wholeness. A fragment thinks, I'm going to die. I'm going to suffer. Oh my gosh, what if I have to go through this pain? That's what a fragment thinks. That's why we're here to remember we already are whole, right? That's the work we're doing. At our favorite place, the Bay Shore is where they go walking. Even better that you pick your favorite place to do it. That is beautiful. Lisa Jude, I've been struggling with it my whole 54 years. Like, because I've only been around 33 years in a day, and I know the amount of suffering. So 54 years, 21 more years of suffering. Can make the sea of the love and light a little stormy when you hear that. I've always hated walking, says Lorianne. I used to say if you take the car, you get there faster. I have been walking around the lake. Getting in touch with nature too helps. Yep. That's awesome, Lorianne. I used to hate walking too. And you know why? I can speak from experience why I hated it. Because I had to spend time in my mind. I could not be on my phone, doing something, eating. I had to be stimulated. I had to be doing something. I had to have something to take me off our mind. And then you start to see why our world is the way it is. Everybody's just numbing. From pain, they know what that is there, but they're so even unaware of. So unaware of it. Why do you think this is here, fellow waves? It's not some gimmick, right? I know you guys know that, but I'm just calling it in. Erica, we call the TTC take the car. It's our transit system here. I'll be riding that thing this week coming up, potentially. But yeah, it's a long time, Lisa Jude. It's a long time to be with those feelings, and it makes sense why being in that suffering of in this way for 54 years would make you feel isolated and then not want to risk, I'll say, allowing that to flow from you to your daughter Lynn's. But we know that that's not the case, right? That's what we're here to remind each other of, because my goodness, that's what my dad did, right? My dad couldn't be vulnerable about what he was going through with anybody except our doctor and a notepad. He couldn't talk about it to other people that much. I am always waiting for the rug to be pulled out from under me. Oh my goodness. And you got to train yourself to be able to sit in front of things like that. That's what the meditation's for. So because I've sat so many times when I didn't want to, I'm sitting here now and I'm hearing this from someone, a fellow soul that I care so much about, hearing their suffering. It's heavy. You feel it. But I know that I'll be okay because what's for me can't miss me. And I know this is here just to free us both. Because Lisa Jude, would you be at 110 days straight of meditating in the year 2026 had you not been suffering with this? Dana, I do a 5-mile walk every day when I'm by the ocean. I hate hiking in Arizona. Oh, okay. So you're not a guy, desert hiker. My anxiety comes from a variety of sources, none of which are my mom. There you go. Isn't that a beautiful share? You hear that, Lisa? You couldn't possibly be a source of anxiety. Oh, that's beautiful. That's what it's all about right there. That'll get you to, that gives mommy the permission. That's vulnerable to give mommy the permission to share about health anxiety. Lynn, so it never flowed from me to her. Maybe she needs to know that. Shares he's back. But true, says Lisa. The suffering that you've been through is why you're now making the breakthroughs, and you're able to see the contrast between that and this. And that don't mean you're out of the woods. Don't mean you're out of Lorianne Forest, but you're slow going to keep going. And that longing to not feel like right now, you just said, waking up every day feels like somebody's about to pull the rug out from under you. That's what I felt waking up playing as a pro hockey player fighter. And the day that I woke up post-retirement, even though I was in absolute hell of losing my identity, I woke up, Lisa, and went, oh, I don't have to fight anybody ever again. I don't have to fight anybody ever again. Somebody could attack me. I don't have to fight. I don't have to show up and fight anymore. That came in that way. But then to have that feeling about everything getting smaller and smaller, the rug getting pulled out of my body in my life, the rug getting pulled out of the food I get to eat, all these different things, and that's just fading away. That's how you slowly work on this. And you're doing the work. I think it has been worse since my dad died. Of course it has been, because you saw your dad go through that. Of course. That also, can't you see, is so harrowing and traumatizing, yet at the same time, if we look at it with love and light, that's also what's pushing you to grow. That's a gift from your dad, a gift from your journeys coming here together. Cam, I'm so sorry for lost your father, Lisa. Thank you, Cam. Spiritual mom's to spiritual dad. Paul here says it's harder for men to open up because we're constantly taught men don't open up, men don't cry. Amen. Why do you think I'm posting videos, bawling my eyes out on my Instagram, brother? That's it, man. That's why I'm making everything about that first episode with Thorbs, being vulnerable. Second episode with Peluso, being vulnerable, being vulnerable, being vulnerable. Cody Bass, being vulnerable. It's what it's all about. When we got it. That's why we got to have the guys, not just the guys that have bobbleheads made out of them with freaking bobble fists. Oh, I'm so tough. I'm Curtis Gabriel. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so tough. It's like, that ain't tough. That is fear. That is being terrified. That is Donald Trump That is Hitler. That is whoever being scared and not knowing who they are. So they do violent shit. But it's enough of that. It's 2026. Just the way women's issues, LGBT issues, racism issues is enough. Men don't need to know this anymore. Or don't need to think they have to be so fucking tough, because the actual opposite of being tough is vulnerable. That's what we need to be. Or the absolute right way to, the way to be tough is to be vulnerable. Corey, I'm so scared of my loved ones dying. Sadly, I could go on and on, says Lisa. Sadly, we could, but also positively, that means there's so much juicy, delicious suffering to realize that is optional. All I hear sadly that we could go on. I hear beautiful love and light music playing. That is what awaits us. Okay, I got a video I want to share, but I got to read some comments here. I know about that sigh. Mine was not having to run a call again, even though that's all I did was run calls for the previous 32 years. Seriously. Not having to go back to a freaking call? Yeah, dude. That's that. And we all can have that if we lean into our journey more. Linz, I remember her dad's death being a turning point for my health anxiety. Literally since then, I lay in bed every night with the vision of my mom finding me dead in bed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because you're worried about her finding you and her having to go through losing you. And what would happen if she lost her dad and you? See how it's never even about us. Our anxiety can be about others because it's so wild. It's so wild. That's so vulnerable, Linz. It's so hard. Like, it's just, I can't even explain it. Oh my gosh. Well, we're uncovering what your book would be about, Linz and Lisa. This would be a heavy main theme in your book. You can't put it into words, some of these feelings. There isn't language for it. Just like there isn't language for like doing psychedelics and how happy you can feel. There isn't language truly for how much despair you could be in, but that's just not doing it justice. It's so ridiculous what we can go through and how it's all for us. Like, oh man, I used to make me mad. Like, before I integrated this, it's like, how this fucking could this possibly be for me if it's so bad? You know, like, it just makes no sense. It is tough, Cam. And Cam knows his version of that with drinking, with all this. We all have our own version of this. It just takes some work and getting to know each other and being more comfortable to be able to let these things out and share. And look at the love and light that's pouring through all of our hearts right now. I know all you can feel it. I can sure as hell feel it. Yeah. But I promise you, if you keep on this path, you'll come to the realization that pleasure and pain, it's all the same. Yin and yang, light and dark, pleasure, pain, it's all the same. And the reason you're going through it is to get to that point. You can't know that without knowing the opposite. You can't know true love and light as yourself if you don't know true, utter darkness and despair. You can't know the other unless you know it. Think about it. Why would bipolar, that I was labeled with, ever be an awful thing? I just got to feel the pain and the joy in such crazy back and forth increments that I was able to learn quicker to go, I don't like that, and 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 I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that, until I got to the middle. Other people, that's their path and what they're learning through. Whatever, they have to go longer, 54 years, whatever it is. The suffering is the gift, is the medicine, is the joy. We have to constantly remind each other of that. We have to constantly remind each other of that. That's why I'm so scared. I want my loved ones not to be scared or alone. And why do you think that, Corey Cooper? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's the same thing Linz is echoing. Why do you think that? It can paralyze you. It's so hard, isn't it, Corey? And why do you think that, fellow waves? Corey and Linz, why do you think that you are literally more scared for your loved ones to be alone than you? Why do you think that? Such a clue. How does that make any sense? How can, in this world, right, our egos, How can people be more scared for other people's suffering than theirs? How does that make any sense? What's the only way that can make sense? Somebody. What's the only way that can make sense? Because that's not supposed to be how it is. In our modern world, selfish, I got to get what's mine. I got to protect myself. I got to do. Why, when it comes down to it, our deepest things we're getting to right now, it's about other people. Somebody. Or I want to hear from Lisa Linz, or Corey. Why do you think that is? I guess, yeah. You three. Why? Yahtzee. Bingo. Namaste. We are all one. That is why. Do you hear how unselfish that is? How loving that is? Like, you're suffering so bad, but you're more worried about your loved ones suffering. It's because you know how bad it is and you wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. And you couldn't possibly. We're all one. There is no enemy. Such a clue for everyone. Such a clue. When these two fellow waves are in fellow waves are getting to their deepest, darkest stuff, it's not even about them. Like, it's like the wink from the Wi-Fi at Brendan's new place. Gabriel's literally the messenger of God in Brendan's Christian beliefs. Like, what? It's so good to share this and realize we aren't alone. You couldn't possibly be alone. And namaste on the car last night. And the namaste on the car last night. Yes, exactly. Exactly, with your friend Sam. You just start to see this all, fellow waves. It's so hard when I feel plagued in it. Talking about it's helping chip some of the layers off. Yep, we're just chiseling off little pieces of armor right now, Linz. We got a little chisel thing, and we're just like a little, like, we got, what are those things? You know, those like that make holes in binders and stuff. You have like a little hand thing, you know, a little press, and it makes a hole in your page for like to put in a binder. We're just taking one of those and we're just like pulling off a scale of armor on a ring of chainmail every time. Hole puncher. That's what we're doing. We're just punching off little holes. Every time we come on here and talk about get vulnerable, you are getting closer to living in a way that you don't wake up and you go, holy fuck, the rug's going to be pulled up from any second. You're on pins and needles, fight or flight. You can actually just go, So I think this is an appropriate time to play this video now. I want everybody, Corey Coops, I'm a teacher, so you're talking to me. Oh, let's go. This is beautiful. You're talking to me now. Okay, everybody feel into this one, okay? I want everybody to just, you can close your eyes if you're safe. I want you, as this man speaks this existence of your reality, the life that you're going to live, whenever you choose to, whenever you do the work enough to realize that you have the choice, this is how you're going to feel. I promise every single one of you, you are going to feel this at some point. It's not even that it's your destiny. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. You can't miss this. It's all for you. Okay? That's how dead ass serious I am. What I know, what I've experienced, I know that every single one of you are going to live this way for eternity. You just have forgotten. It's here right now, and that's frustrating. But this is why we're on here, is this right here. So please just feel into this with everything you got.
When a being is fully conscious and aware, they transcend the illusion of the physical material world of duality. Duality is seeing everything as independent, such as me and you, a this and a that, a here and a there, where everything and everyone is separate and not connected. When a being is aware that everything and everyone is connected and essentially one, then that being becomes aware of the self, the non-physical you, the one consciousness or energy. An inner state is then attained where there is nothing to trigger irrational and uncontrollable emotions, feelings, or thoughts. No one can push your buttons because you no longer have buttons to push. You become free and liberated. Imagine being supremely confident, but not arrogant or conceited. Imagine having total knowingness that you never need to be affirmed or validated by anyone. Imagine never feeling the need to convince anyone or prove anything. Think about never needing to argue or debate anyone about anything. Dream about never having the need to feel respected, never needing to be understood, never needing to be recognized or given credit for something you did. Imagine never being affected by what someone says or does to you, or doesn't say or do. Imagine having total clarity and certainty, but remaining completely humble, while at the same time, never having any doubts, fears, or worries about anything. Dream about always feeling joy inside and never being affected by external conditions, situations, events, people, or circumstances. Imagine being amused by everything and everyone while always having an inner laugh and smile. For you actually see everyone and everything as simply an expression and an extension of the one universal consciousness that is all that is. And everything in life is just a play of that one universal consciousness. Think about how your life would be always feeling lighthearted and cheerful without any concerns or stress, and never feeling the need to change anyone or anything in order to make you happy. Imagine being anchored in an inner state of peace, bliss, and certainty, regardless of what is happening in your life. Imagine being enlightened and self-realized. You can be this person. Kevin Trudeau.
I'ma fucking stay. A fucking man, Kevin Trudeau. You beautiful expression of love and light music. Oh. That's like a drug to me now. Hearing that is like a drug. It's like what edibles used to do to me. But now it's words, and your ego just gets more refined attachments. It's like Lorianne's husband going from drinking to this to gambling to video games on his phone. It's just, it gets more refined. And then you even got to let go of that. But how amazing is that? Nothing can push your buttons because you no longer have buttons to be pushed. You don't even have buttons at all. You're buttonless. There's no easy Staples button. Let's piss Lisa Jude off, or let's piss off Linz and Corey Cooper, health anxiety, whatever. Let's press this button on them. No, you don't have one anymore. You press that fucking fake button all you want. Fighting addiction with addiction. That's it. I remember I used to think addiction was just drugs and this and that. It's like addiction is anything you do to run from the present moment, to deal with what's coming up in your mind. So in that sense, we're all addicts. All I'm saying is make your only addiction seeking to know yourself And that is the addiction that ends all addictions. But even then, you'll have to let go of that too. Well, isn't that how the love and light informs all of us on our journey? What's for us can't miss us. This happens exactly how it's supposed to. Ross Kissinger, namaste, brother. What's up? Daniel Winton over in England. Namaste, my brother. Hope you're doing well, Daniel Winton. Lorianne, I'm working on myself so much that my husband is picking up the language. It's just a symphony of love and light. Oh, it's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. That is wonderful. Isn't it just a crazy, delicious, raw present moment? Oh my goodness, is it ever, Linz? Oh, it's so delicious. So crazy how something can be delicious and you're not eating, eh? We are always fed from within. It's just flowing out of you, Lorianne. Love and light is just pouring out of you. We're all just like Swiss cheese. The light can get through in some ways, right? But we're just dissolving that cheese till there's no more holes for the love and light to have to find its way through. It just is. That's what you're doing, Lorianne. Your husband loves you, clearly loves you, and has been putting in work over the years in his own way, in his own journey. And you doing the work might have been what he needed to cause him more suffering and ambivalence of like, well, she's doing it. I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I've held these addictions. Maybe that's what's going to be his kick in the pants of love and light. The way Mickey Singer was to me, Ram Dass, the teachers I met. Maybe that's going to be you for him. Corey Coops, I hope you feel so much peace knowing how many lives you're changing. Namaste, Corey Cooper. Namaste. You know I received that so fully, fellow wave and duality. You know that. However, I just have to say, because you know there's a way to rephrase that. Right, Corey Cooper? Because if I believe what you're saying in the way that our ego reads that, I go back in prison. And I know you don't want that. And I know that's not the intention of what you're saying. But again, intentions, good intentions are the road to hell. It's paved with good intentions, right? So I know that's where I have compassion, where I know what you mean. But for everyone else, I'm never not going to point you all back. I just do it as gently as I can at times. But as a true, whatever you want to call someone who's channeling love and light, I knew I had this in my office for some reason. This is a wooden sword that my grandpa made for me to play with. It's fucking amazing. I just put like electrical tape on it to match my like aesthetic because it kind of has some weird funky colors of the wood. But this can be looked at as a killing machine of the Meat Monkey spacesuit, and it's awful and evil. Or you could look at it like this is the sword we use to cut our attachment to our ego, to our sense of separation, the body, the mind, the world. And the Love and Light's only job is to technically kill you. The Love and Light's job is to kill all of our senses that we are separate, that you are Corey Cooper and I'm Curtis James Robert Gabriel. But believing that I was Curtis James Robert Gabriel led to that. And that was the whole point. But I'm not doing anything. And it's so beautiful to have lived a life where I thought I did everything and got to this level of hockey that gives me a name on the internet. And then go through what I did to know now when things are happening now, per se, where you say lives, whatever, love and light's being spread to people, I have no stake in that. That is a love and light lightsaber from my grandpa. You're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. But I will not let any of you leave this stream thinking that I am doing anything. Because if I do that, I'm guiding you wrong. I am not here as the guru, as the teacher. I am somebody like you, like Ben. That's it. And if anybody wants to call themselves a healer, all they're doing is healing themselves. But really healing themselves means killing themselves of the sense of separation. Because then you get to live knowing we're all one and express it until the Meat Monkey spacesuit drops. And you're free. If I think I'm doing anything, you know how much pressure that is? You know how much I would crumble if I felt that I had to do anything to help any one of you, that I was changing anyone. I couldn't live. I'd be right back with this guy. So thank you so much, Corey Cooper. But at the same time, fuck that shit. No, I'm a fucking stay. Fuck that shit. This is the best space for sure. I've found like-minded people who share and are safe. Amen. Don't wipe the blood off that thing. It brings bad luck. That's a love and lightsaber. It's really nourishing for the soul. Linz and Lorianne said what I meant a bit better. I will phrase, may the love and light know its power. That's what I'm talking about, Corey Cooper. Let's go. Let's go. That's who we really are. That's all of us. That's you saying, may the love and light know its power. That's you saying your power. That puts you right there with me doing the healing. Fucking A. That is it, Corey Cooper. I knight you, Corey Cooper of the Love and Light. Knightess. You're like, what's her name? Joan of Arc. I like that, Corey, says Lisa. Yes. That's better than I said. I said we channel the love and light, instrument, all that. You just did it right there. May the love and light know its power. Wow. Could you imagine any time one of us share? My goodness, Linz, or my goodness, Corey Cooper. May the love and light know its power. Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's so impersonal. Because when we say, thank you for channeling the love and light my way, it's still like you're doing something. Thank you for being, a little closer. Thank you for letting the love and light play music through you, instrument, whatever, right? We need that on a t-shirt. Amen. And we're not charging anybody for that one. No, because that's what that's what the Collective Memoria, that's what the course is being built as, to help the people who are Meat Monkey spacesuits who don't want to be told they're all one. They want to pay money. I'm not going to tell them no. I'm not going to make somebody pay who doesn't have it. They'll have the money. They'll pay it. That money is going to fund Collective Memoria, where we make t-shirts and we do merch drops and everybody gets one and it's just covered at cost. Or if we can get it subsidized, maybe we have rich donors come in, rich former hockey players, businessmen that feel how authentic this love and light community is, that they know for a fact their money will come in and help someone more than giving it to whoever else, some organization. Fuck the ones that spend it on mansions and do bad shit because they're in their egos. Bad shit, right? We need that on a shirt. Corey Cooper is going to be on the bottom of it. Heading out now. Hope you have a lovely night. Namaste, Erica. Have a wonderful night, Erica Lovely. Hope you were taking in all that love and light, but wow. May the love and light know its power. Oh, goodness gracious. That is so good. Cam Scully, may the love and light know its power. Corey Cooper, may the love and light know its power. Lisa Jude, Linz, may the love and light know its power. Ooh, that's got a fucking delicious, sexy ring to it. Ooh. That is fire. That is fire. I'm going to screenshot that. Not like we're going to forget it, but that'll be a really cool screenshot to have that back in the day. Shift Command 4. Wow. There it is. I'm posting it in the chat. Save to photos. WhatsApp. Corey Cooper, look what you've done tonight. See how we can take something that's individual and separate, reframe our perspective with awareness, knowing we're all one, and we come up with, that is art. That is art. That is how art is done. That is what art, I never knew what art was. Art is literally creating something so beautiful that it touches the part of all of us that is the same. I never got that. I'm like, why do people like Van Gogh's paintings or whatever? It's like, well, he was fucking bipolar as fuck, and he made chaotic paintings that expressed his pain. And then all of us look at it and it stops our heart when we look at the museum. Because that love and light is so raw and real and channeled. That's what Corey Cooper just did. It's stopping my perspective. It's bringing me into this present moment more. You just created a fucking Mona Lisa. And that's what's so beautiful about it too, is like, I feel shared in that. Like, I know that I'm you and I made that with you. You know, it's not like Corey's over there and you're better than me. It's like, yes, Corey, you just tapped into the abundance that we are. You see how conclusive that is? So fucking beautiful. God damn. Okay, wow. Oh my goodness gracious. 83 messages, 24 messages, 40. This is from old. It's because I thought we had like 600 messages in our WhatsApp community coming in, because it's just updating it's updating. That's fucking funny. Okay. So I've already read most of these, but I'll probably miss some because I'm opening this. Oh man. Okay, I know we're coming up on time here. There we go. It's officially in the chat. Wow, that is so powerful. May the love and light know its power. Whoo! It's just looping in my head right now. Namaste, have a great night. Says Sherzy, days to weeks. Do you have a big sword to compensate for something? This isn't that big. This is like a needle sword anyway. We don't need to go down that. Funny though, days to weeks. You making jokes? I haven't heard you in here in the stream. What's going on? I'd wear that everywhere, says Cam. Me too. Me three. Absolutely delicious, Corey Cooper. I want to get one tie-dyed. Amen. Just the most yummy quote. All because the love and light connective powers make us feel so unbelievably alive. Oh my goodness. What a powerful moment. What a powerful moment is right. Oh goodness. What a way to end the stream. I feel glorious. I don't know about you. If I feel glorious, all you do in some way, because we're connected, I'm going to throw on Glorious by Macklemore and fucking vibe out in this delicious moment. I love you all. I love you all so much because I love myself. Oh, I love myself. Thank you to the love and light. All glory and power to love and freaking light. My goodness. Give me some of that, Macklemore. My grandma smiling down on me like, boy, that boy got bars. Woo!
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step.
Yes, Linz. Yes, Linz.
Another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept.
May the love and light know its power.
I got a new attitude and a lease on life is a piece of mind. Seeking to find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present, no ignoring. Us got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head.